What's up, guys? We're back with another video. If you are new here, my name is Sammy and we are the Mermaid Gang. This is where you can come and suspend your disbelief. I am a manifestation coach, so if you would like for me to help you dissolve whatever's between you and your manifestation, go ahead and contact me in the description box for some one-on-one email coaching. Video is going up on a Saturday this week because we are doing a lot of house stuff, so I did not get a video up today when I'm filming this, but when you're seeing this, it is Saturday and you're gonna get a nice long Q&A, okay? And I'm thinking random Q&A, so I'm gonna do some from my groups, some from my comments, so that maybe your question gets answered in this video. And then Sunday, I'm gonna do success stories Sunday from people that have given me permission to do so. When LOA teachers say you're SP or someone better, they want to know what do I think about this or something better, essentially. I think that is stupid. I think that if I want this is what I want, and I shouldn't have to say, well, I really want this, but if there's something better, that is just an excuse just in case you don't get what you want. That is just an excuse. And I almost think that in LOA, they use that to save their asses when their techniques don't get you exactly what you want. So they tell you, manifest this or something better. There's nothing better than me getting exactly what I want. So I think that is dumb. Whatever you want, if you desire it, you can have it, and that is one of my videos for this week. So make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications, because I am going to talk about where your desires come from and how you can know for sure that you can have it. This or something better is bullshit. It is just an excuse and a fear saying, I don't know if I can manifest this or have this that I actually want. So if the universe, that's what LOA people use. So if the universe wants to give me something better, aka something I probably might like, close enough. No, that's bullshit. We don't do something better. We do what we want. We get what we want. We affirm exactly what we want, and we get it. If you don't get it, you're doing something wrong. You need to adjust, and it will manifest. I can already tell this video is going to be long. I hope that's okay. Could we look out there in the 3D for results, or just focus on our thoughts? How to not waver. Okay. When you're looking to the 3D, or you're trying to do something in the 3D to speed up your manifestation, or to try to search for your manifestation, you're affirming in your mind that you don't have it. So that's what you're creating. If you're searching, you're going to manifest more searching, because in your mind you're implying that you don't have it, so you're going to continue to not have it. So you should not be looking to the 3D for your results. You should be affirming, affirming, affirming in your mind, no matter what you see. This is also how you don't waver. No matter what you see in your mind, you should be affirming that you have what you want. And it will show up in the 3D. Don't need to search for it. Trust me, you're gonna see it when it manifests. Just keep affirming in your mind. That's how you don't waver. When you see something you don't like in the 3D, even if it's the complete opposite of what you're manifesting, you still affirm in your mind. Just affirm. Just stand strong on those affirmations. If you try to look to the 3D, you're just implying that you don't have it, and you're honestly pushing it back when you could have it now if you would just affirm. Now, if you're noticing in the 3D, you're noticing your life is a very clear reflection of it is not what I'm affirming, then you affirm more. Every single time you notice that you don't have it, affirm that you do have it. That's the trick. You're probably gonna hear fireworks in this video. Past revision. I think I might do a full update on like how to quickly revise. Like, I do it in my head all the time. You don't always have to go into the state akin to sleep to revise something, but you can if it is causing you distress or it has a negative cycle. But also you can break that cycle just by affirming in your mind. Anytime you affirm the opposite of a cycle that is constantly happening, you're going to break that cycle, therefore revising it. Okay, let's say you're SP. Say you're texting them, but they're telling you, no, leave me alone, I don't want to talk to you. The way you revise that in your head would be affirming, oh, they said they love talking to me, they love hearing from me, they literally can't stand to be away from me. That's how you revise in your head. That's what you affirm. If they say, stop talking to me, I hate you, you revise it to them saying, oh, I love you, I love talking to you. That's how you revise in your head. If it's something that is like in the past, way in the past, like say money problems, say you grew up poor, but you want to get rid of that, you want to revise that so that you don't have money problems today, you would use an absolute, which is a word like always. I have always had money. I have always been wealthy. Everything in my life has always been perfect. If you have a life of being unwanted, or you were rejected as a child, or something like that, like I said, like past things, you would say, I have always been wanted, I have always been loved, I have always had a great life. Absolutes revise in an affirmation. So use an absolute always. Everything in my life has always been perfect. If you've had a hard life, always, it's always been perfect. I've always been extremely lucky. Everything has always worked out for me. I've always been spoiled. Everything has always worked in my favor. Everyone has always gone out of their way for me. I have always been wanted. It's always been easy for me to have money. It's always been easy for me to manifest. I have always been a master at manifesting. That's how you revise, having ever struggled or whatever. When you say you've always had something, or something's always been some way, you cancel out any time that it wasn't. That's revision using affirmations. Should you or shouldn't you look at your SP's social media when you're manifesting them? Okay. If you can be on a strict mental diet and you can see the opposite of what you're wanting and still in your head be like, oh, look, they posted that for me, or that quote was for me, or that sketchy story was for me, oh, that's about me, they posted that so I would see it, they're trying to get my attention. If you can do that, if you can like assign a positive meaning or a beneficial meaning to what you see rather than reacting, it's fine for you to look at their social media. But if you cannot, if you are going to spiral and you cannot keep your thoughts in check, then stay off their social media. If you cannot discipline your mind, stay off their social media. If you can, like I said to everyone, it doesn't matter what you do or what you see in the 3D, as long as up here everything is perfect, everything is the way I want it. Your imagination is what matters. Your thoughts are what matter. How to stop people from ignoring you? You just affirm. They constantly contact me. They're always calling and texting me. They always want to talk to me. They always initiate the conversation with me. They're constantly reaching out to me. That's how you get people to stop ignoring you. What are some affirmations to spice up your relationship or marriage? You can affirm that we have amazing intimacy. He can keep his hands off me. She can keep her hands off of me. They love my body. We are consistently intimate. They think I am the sexiest bitch alive. Like, just can't keep their hands off me. Things like that. You can affirm those things and then it will. Or you can affirm specific things. If there's specific things that you're wanting to do and you don't want to ask or say, then just affirm that your partner loves doing those things. Do feelings help manifest faster or just affirmations? Honestly, I can't prove that they do. Because again, Neville was referring to feeling natural about having it, not jumping up and down, feeling excited, because that's not natural. If you've been with your SP for 6 months, you're not still going to be ecstatic running around the fucking house like an idiot. You're just not. It's just normal. You're just going to have a normal, happy life, right? So if you're referring to feeling like that, like feeling your affirmation as like feeling good, like excited as if you have it, I can't prove that that helps, because I've affirmed angrily or even anxious when I was affirming and it still manifested. So I can't really prove that it matters. Addressing doubt about manifestations when you notice bad things happen to the good people around you. It makes me doubt manifestations because I think, how could they have possibly manifested this? Or is it just true in your reality because you have the belief that bad things happen to good people or life is difficult and tragic, etc.? Yeah. Those people didn't manifest it on themselves. This is like I said in my Everyone Is You Pushed Out video. Things are not always directly related. Like, the person didn't manifest the specific thing to happen to them probably, and you probably didn't specifically manifest that either, but you have this assumption that life is hard or life is cruel or bad things happen to good people, things like that. So in your reality, that's what you're going to experience. It's the same thing I talked about with like the Black Lives Matter movement and with African Americans or Black people being labeled as a minority or being oppressed or violent or things like that. It's because of I don't really experience those things in my reality. I don't see a lot of it because I don't have the assumption like other people do about the situation. I don't assume that Black people are a minority, so I don't see a lot of it, other than obviously it's trending on social media. But in my experience, the people around me, the Black people in my life, and there are a lot, majority of my family and friends are Black people, they don't get treated that way because I don't have that assumption. So people directly in my reality, they're not going to experience that kind of stuff because I don't assume they're a minority. They're successful. They're people. So I hope this makes sense. This is the best example I could think of. They don't experience these horrible things that you see on social media because I don't have those assumptions. I don't describe them as minorities. I don't describe them as oppressed. I don't describe them as being in danger or being violent, especially. That's stupid. So the Black people in my life do not experience these things. They're very successful. They're very loved. They're safe. They're whatever they want to be, you know, like so it's whatever your assumption is what you're going to encounter in your experience. And unfortunately, with situations like that, you need to change your assumption on that. If you believe that bad things happen to good people, you need to change your assumption on that if you don't want to see these things happening. It's just that simple. These are things that I don't believe. I don't assume that because maybe because I was never taught to believe that. People are people is how I was raised. So I never assumed any of these things or picked up any of these things to assume, so I don't encounter it in my reality. I don't see it. So definitely, if you have those assumptions and it's causing things like that to happen in your reality, you need to immediately change your assumption. Like now. You need to start affirming that now. Manifesting a new person. Multiple people have asked me this. How can they manifest a new person? Okay, make a list. Make a list of all the qualities. Okay, these qualities that you list, you desire these qualities for a reason. The God in you knows the qualities. So if you start affirming, the perfect person has come into my life, I found the perfect boyfriend, or I have the perfect boyfriend, I have the perfect relationship. The God in you knows what's perfect to you. So guaranteed, someone with all of those qualities is going to come into your life. It's really that simple. Happened with Bobby for me. So how do I replace negative thoughts? Okay, if I do get one, especially when I'm on like a new manifestation, if I get one, sometimes I like to use the word cancel. If you want a quick word to shut it down, like it's a training technique in my opinion, but it works. You can say, cancel. No, absolutely not. Actually, and then I'll continue with my affirmation. Actually, this is how it is. Actually, this is how it is. It's almost like you're arguing with your thoughts. I will argue with my thoughts. That would never happen. That shit is so stupid. Why would I think that? That is stupid. Actually, it's like this. That's how I personally do it. Do I feel like it is important to have self-love when manifesting an SP? I wouldn't say self-love specifically, but your self-concept is 100% very important. Your self-concept is what you think you deserve, and it is how you describe yourself. So if I'm describing myself as a shitty manifester and I'm trying to manifest, guess what? Can't happen. Can't happen. So that's why I give all of my clients the same affirmation, one of the same affirmations. I'm a master at manifesting. Because before you can manifest, you gotta be claiming yourself to be a master at manifesting. Your self-concept must be that you're a master at manifesting. Your self-concept should also be, this is another one I give to all of my clients, I am perfection, which means that everything about me is absolutely perfect, which means that I expect anything I get to be perfect. Self-love, self-concept, if you want to call it the same thing, call it the same thing, but I would say it's more about self-concept. Your self-concept is how you describe yourself. It's how people are going to show up to you, and it determines what you're going to experience. So, self-concept all the way. Is it better to say your person's name with the affirmations? If that's what you call them, whatever you call them is what you should be saying in your affirmations. But then again, your mind knows who you're talking about. So if you said he or she, it's gonna know. You're gonna see that person. You know who you're talking about. Someone asked, do they need to be on a mental diet until their manifestation shows up? Your thoughts create your entire reality. So I'm not sure why you would get off of a mental diet. You should always only be thinking of the things you want as if you already have them. Your mental diet is forever. Forever. A lot of people keep saying you should collab with so-and-so. I have no desire to collab. I actually don't want to collab with anyone. It's not my thing. I am good in my own lane. Like, I don't have a desire to collab with anyone. Someone asked me, can I do a video on the 1768 something in scripting? No. Y'all came to the wrong channel. Are you allowed to affirm that your SP is lonely unless they are with you? You're allowed to affirm anything. It's your reality. You make all the rules. But I wouldn't affirm that they were lonely. because if you affirm that long of a sentence, first of all, it's going to probably pick up your SP as lonely and not the part about unless they're with you. And so it would be much easier to just affirm, my SP only wants me. I'm all they want. I'm all they want. That would be the better way to affirm that. Be careful how you word your affirmations, guys. But I think I'm going to cut it off here. I hope I answered some questions that you were all wondering. But I need to get... I need to film like 3 or 4 more videos, so we gotta stop it here. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we out.